Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Serein, and today's video is cutting through the bullshit and talking about what you actually need in a basic skincare routine for healthy, glowing skin. I'll be doing a more detailed series talking about different skincare ingredients and routines based on your age group. So it'll be from teens, 20s, 30s, 40s, and possibly into 50s. It was highly requested from a few videos ago. I thought I would start here. What does it take to have a good, solid, basic skincare routine? Because for most decades of your life, this is something I recommend. There's about 4 to 5 steps. You can really get away with 3.5. I will go in detail about the ingredients I kind of recommend everybody to avoid for especially if you have sensitive skin, and then ingredients that I recommend for pretty much everybody at all age levels. Speaking of basic skincare routines, I wanted to make an announcement that we have updated my skincare kit with PCA Skin. If you're new to my channel, last fall I created a basic skincare routine using PCA Skin products, which I think use both great naturals and scientific synthetics that are non-harmful to most people. Very high quality, very effective, very full of integrity brand, and I love them so much. I recently updated my kit to include the new C&E Advanced with hexfluoro, I'm not going to pronounce that right, but this is the new and improved version of the C&E. They originally had the C&E Max, which was my all-time favorite vitamin C. It's a waterless vitamin C, which is very hard to find. I did a whole comparison. If I can find that photo of what happens to an apple cut in half with vitamin C versus without vitamin C, it's essentially what's happening to your skin. We updated the kit. We also updated the code. So if you use my name, Serein19, at checkout with any purchase of $150 or more, you'll actually get this amazing moisturizing SPF. If you guys are interested in picking up my kit, we have extended it and we updated it, and it's a great starter set for anybody looking to get a good, solid, basic skincare routine. No pressure whatsoever, guys. I will also talk to you guys about some of the other ingredients that you should look for, what to avoid, as well as brands I recommend to start for a basic skincare routine. Disclaimer, before the comment section goes into a frenzy, I'm not telling you you have to change your skincare routine. This is just what I have learned, what I believe in. It's what has worked for me. It's worked for many other people in my life, and it's also what talking to a lot of different professionals in all realms, from clean beauty to conventional beauty, all kind of believe in, as well as the core basics of skincare. So if you want to go more detailed, if you want to get fancier, more serums, more masks, more treatments, of course, there's nothing wrong with that within reason and moderation. But what I'm talking about is for those who are just looking for what is it that I really need. Step 1, cleanse. Cleansing is so important, and it's really important to look for a gentle cleanser that's suited for your skin type. For the most part, we can all get away with something that is sulfate-free and not overly lathering. Really heavy lathered cleansers, while feel nice and feel clean, actually can strip your skin from its natural oils and protection barrier, and it can actually be very damaging, throwing it out of its pH, causing breakouts, causing overproduction of oil, causing dryness, causing flakiness. So cleansing is very important, but also something I think a lot of people aren't doing properly. You also want to avoid fragrances, specifically both natural added fragrances and synthetic fragrances that can be very irritating to the skin. You want to avoid alcohols in most of your skincare products as well. Now, that's not other types of alcohols, but the actual term alcohol. Alcohol can soften the skin and allow other ingredients to penetrate. However, alcohol can also be very damaging and thinning to the skin over time. You don't want to use alcohols because of that reason, and it can be very hard and challenging to look for products without alcohol, especially at drugstores and mass retailers at times. So please read the ingredients. And there are different types of alcohols. Some alcohols can be hydrating and can be used on the skin. What I'm talking about is straight up the term alcohol. 2 other ingredients that I feel like is a little bit on the iffy side, and there's a lot of debate about it, but I personally have a lot of thoughts about, and you can decide for yourself whether or not you're going to avoid them in your skincare. The first one for me is going to be mineral oils, petrochemicals, paraffin, and that is because mineral oils are used to kind of seal everything in. I don't really want that on my face. I don't mind it so much in certain makeup products, but in my skincare, it can make you have a false sense of hydration and protection without any actual benefits within those ingredients. So if you do find that there's mineral oils and petrochemicals in your skincare, make sure it's not the first 2 or 3 ingredients at least. If it's later, fuller down on the line, at least hopefully there's more nutritious ingredients in your skincare products. I personally like to avoid it because I don't find it to be beneficial to my skin and I don't need it. Now, if you are a firefighter or you're in extreme climates, I would see the benefit of using it as a protectant layer against elements. But again, underneath, you want to make sure you're using great ingredients like hyaluronic acid, antioxidants, nurturing, soothing ingredients, and then sealing your skin. Make sure you're removing it properly every night and letting your skin kind of be able to breathe again. The other ingredient for me is silicones. And silicones within a small level in your products is totally safe from my research, and also depending on where that silicone comes from. However, a lot of the time silicones are used in skincare just for that slip effect, and again, kind of like mineral oils filling in the pores, making it seem poreless. Now, I don't want anything to fill in my pores because that ends up stretching out my pores over time. And I also don't think that silicones should be the first few ingredients in a skincare product because it's not actually doing anything other than for a slip effect. So I've tried to slowly eliminate silicones in most of my skincare. Now, again, it's very gray area because you have to figure out which type of silicone is being used and how much, what the percentage is, and whether or not it's being used in there to give you a false sense of clear pores, smoother pores, or smoother skin, or if it's in there for another purpose. I definitely use silicone in my foundations because it really needs it to kind of give me the effect I want my products to perform well. I've tried a couple products without the silicone in it and it does work, but it doesn't seem to last as long. So you really have to do your own research and decide what works for you. I'm going to talk about these ingredients quite often and I kind of believe in them for all skincare products, but for sure in your cleansers, you don't need them in your cleansers. And I would say in your cleansers, you definitely don't need silicone or mineral oil. Depending on your skin type, you probably don't even need to wash your face as often as you might think you do. I have combination oily and dry skin. When I wake up in the morning, I don't feel the need to do a full cleanse. What I'll typically do is use a toner or a natural micellar water to just remove any of the overnight serums or products I had on my skin and kind of freshen it up. I'll spray rose water toner or something like that. But over cleansing your skin can actually dry it out and throw it out of balance. It's also why if you work out in the morning, I don't see a need for you to wash your face before working out. If anything, just apply a moisturizer and an SPF if you're going to be exposed to any sunlight, and go do your workout because you're going to want to take a nice shower and wash the sweat off your face afterwards. At night, that is when I say it's a non-negotiable. You must remove all the daily grime. Even if you're not wearing makeup, you need to cleanse your skin properly. And don't forget that cleansing isn't just about the product, but about the act of cleansing. You want to be gentle, but you really want to work in your cleanser and massage away all the makeup, the SPF, the dirt, the debris, the pollution. If you live in a smog-like city like I do, you want to break all of that down, and it's going to take a few seconds. Just like when you wash your hands with soap and water, to really get a nice cleanse, you're supposed to sing happy birthday 3 times while lathering your hands before rinsing. With your face, it's kind of the same concept. You want to make sure you're taking that time to really massage the product in, get it into your pores, get all that grime out. I like to double cleanse with a cleansing oil or cleansing balm before going into a gentle cleanser at night, but this is a newer development. I didn't always do this. I would only double cleanse after show makeup and stage makeup, so it's not 100% necessary to have 2 separate cleansers. You can definitely find a cleanser that will work for you and for both purposes. If you don't have an oil-based cleanser, or if you don't have a cleanser just to remove your makeup, you can use your gentle cleanser dry, typically, especially if it's not full of sulfates, and use that to really massage and remove some of that heavy makeup first, and then go in with it wet. A lot of the times you can also just cleanse twice and if it's gentle enough, it shouldn't irritate your skin. Don't use overly hot water either. Very hot water can actually be very damaging to the skin on our face. A great hack is finding a affordable yet organic jojoba oil. You want to look for cold press organic jojoba oil in a glass bottle, and you can use that on dry hands and dry face to massage and break up your makeup or daily grime. You can then massage a little bit of water, it turns a little milky, and then you use a warm washcloth, steam your face, remove, and repeat. And you can even use the jojoba oil as a lightweight daily moisturizer or serum or hydrator for your skin. So one product can really do multiple things. Jojoba oil is the closest to our natural sebum, which is why it works so well for most all skin types. Now in my kit, it includes the PCA face wash, and I love this face wash because it gently removes impurities and makeup while leaving the skin hydrated, soothed, and pH balanced. There's lactic acid, aloe, and willow bark, which is great for most skin types. Step 2, tone. I grew up with my mom always advocating toner, 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 toner. Back in the day though, my toners, I hate to even know what was in them. I'm sure there was alcohol in them. I'm sure there was very stripping ingredients to treat acne or breakouts for hormonal teenage skin. But toner nowadays is very refined and very elevated, especially the newer ones on the market. With toners, I also again say avoid fragrances, avoid alcohol, avoid mineral oils, and avoid silicones. Mineral oil and silicone really has no reason to be in your toner. I really do believe in toners because they can help prep your skin for other treatments and your moisturizers. It also balances out your skin's pH levels where it's supposed to. And if you do have acneic prone skin, this is something that is a really important step. I feel like in my teens when I was dealing with breakouts because of hormones, you definitely get a benefit from different toners. If you're new to toners, I would say start small, start basic, start with a hydrating toner, start with something that's just very balancing like an orange blossom toner or a rose water toner, which you can find typically in most health food stores relatively affordably. If you are breakout prone, witch hazel is great, and so is tea tree oil based toners. Now you don't want anything that's too concentrated in those situations because it can be pH balance, it can mess with your skin's pH levels, but most toners start with water based and then they have those ingredients that can help with breakouts. I love the nutrient toner from PCA Skin, which is also why it's in my kit. This is a toner that has a little more oomph and refines pores and nurtures the skin with its pumpkin wine base. The nutrient toner is full of vitamins, amino acids, and enzymes. Enzymes are great also at gently exfoliating because it doesn't overly strip your skin. It just removes the dead skin that's already ready to kind of fall away. Brands that I recommend for starters is Derma-E. It's pretty affordable. It's also pretty clean, and they have a huge range of products that you can choose from. I also really enjoy Coco Kind for a more natural base of skincare products. And then I really also enjoy Acure. Acure is reasonably affordable, easy to find online as well as in health food stores like Whole Foods and Target. I think they make some great products without some of the nasties. And again, PCA Skin, there's something for everybody in these brands. Step 3, you want to hydrate and treat your skin. Hydration and antioxidants are necessary for pretty much anybody with a skincare routine. I love hyaluronic acid because it plumps up your skin, and the one that I really love and always go back to, and I've gone through a bunch of bottles, is the hyaluronic acid booster serum from PCA Skin, which is also in my kit, but I have the full size ones that I go through literally. I've gone through so many bottles. It's my favorite hyaluronic acid. It is not only boosting your skin's hydration levels, but it's also improving your skin's ability to produce its own hyaluronic acid. Incredibly hydrating without being greasy, without being overly hydrating. It's just a great base. And there are other hyaluronic acids you can test out from the brands that I talk about all the time or from whatever skincare brand that you prefer. The reason I also like this is that there isn't this sticky after effect that some hyaluronic acids I have tried tend to leave behind. Another great professional line is SkinCeuticals, and SkinCeuticals has a really great hyaluronic acid serum as well. The difference is the PCA one comes in a pump and the SkinCeuticals ones comes in a dropper. I personally prefer a pump whenever possible. I did finish up the SkinCeuticals one as well, so it worked very, very well, and it should just feel nice and it should absorb quickly and just make your skin feel plumped. Plump skin is usually hydrated skin, so you definitely want to have hydration. And even if you think you have oily skin, you need hydration. It's important. It's a misconception that oily skin doesn't need hydration. Sometimes lack of hydration can be the cause of overproduction of oils in your skin, which causes oily skin. So just because you have oily skin doesn't mean you don't need hydration. It just means that you need to find the right type of hydration to balance out your skin. And same with dry skin, you don't want to just slap on really heavy, thick creams and oils. You want to make sure it's actually penetrating into the skin and getting what it needs and getting those nutrients and not just sitting on top of your dry skin, which can cause other problems and breakouts. Breakout prone skin, again, it's all about finding balance, anti-inflammatory products, and finding ways to treat the acne, treat the breakouts, but also making sure you're balancing the skin and the skin health so that future breakouts aren't going to happen. Now for treatment, I think everybody can benefit from vitamin C. Vitamin C is an incredibly potent ingredient that is amazing for skincare. It is full of antioxidants. It protects our skin from environmental stressors like pollution and just sun damage. It can also reverse the signs of sun damage over time and help with the overall tone and clarity and radiance of your skin. Vitamin C is photosensitive, which means you definitely want to use it, but protect your skin as well. The reason I really recommend PCA Skin Vitamin C is not the previous one I was using or this new advanced one is because it's a waterless formula and it doesn't come in a dropper, it doesn't come in a pump, it comes in a squeezy tube to keep it as airtight as possible. It also is combined with vitamin E, which delivers the vitamin C in deeper into the skin. It's really, really effective. It's lasted the longest and it's also the most potent at 20% with the vitamin E. It just is a huge like sucker punch to environmental stressors and any of your skincare issues. I do try out other ones as well, just you want to make sure you use it up pretty frequently and quickly, and you also want to keep an eye on it to make sure it's not oxidizing and still being used because it can definitely damage your skin. Step 4, moisturize and protect. You'll want to use some type of a moisturizer at the end of your skincare routine. Now this is debatable because at night I actually only use oils. I don't use a moisturizer at night because I think that my skin is fully hydrated with all of my treatments and serums that I personally use, that I don't need a moisturizer. I actually think my skin does better without one at night, unless I'm dealing with severe issues where I feel like my skin's flaking, it's overly sensitized. That's when I'll protect it with a moisturizer. But moisturizer really for me, I like to use during the day to protect it as the last step. It's really up to personal preference. I always recommend a lightweight moisturizer. I love the Rebalance from PCA Skin. Derma E also makes some great one. Acure has a great daytime brightening moisturizer. Again, make sure the ingredients are avoiding alcohol because that's just counterproductive to moisturizer. Now, for the daytime, whether or not you have the SPF in your moisturizer or not, you absolutely need to wear an SPF, which is why I'm really excited that we updated my gift with purchase with PCA Skin to Reef Safe. It's a physical SPF. I personally always want a physical SPF even if there's a chemical SPF in my products. Your foundation is not enough SPF, sadly to say, and SPF 15 is not enough for every single day. SPF 30 or higher is what all dermatologists recommend. It's what I recommend. You can use a chemical or a physical. It's personal preference. I talk a lot more about that in my SPF videos, breaking down what the difference is. If you've said in the past that SPF causes breakouts or it doesn't sit well with your skin, it causes irritation, I highly encourage you to make sure you're getting a physical SPF. Physical SPF tends to be okay on its own for most skin types. Usually irritation happens with a chemical SPF, added fragrances, added synthetic ingredients like dimethicone, silicones, mineral oils and things like that. And again, titanium dioxide and zinc oxide, which are the physical SPFs, can sit on your skin and stick to your skin. So that's why step 1 is so important at the end of your day. So steps 1 through 4 are what I truly believe are necessary to maintain a healthy skincare routine where you are protecting your skin, caring for your skin, and treating any minor imbalances that might occur. Obviously, if you have any skincare conditions or issues, definitely check with a dermatologist or a licensed skincare professional like an esthetician. But I also want you guys to keep in mind, not all dermatologists and not all estheticians are created equal. It comes down to experience, what their plan of action for your skin is going to be. Some dermatologists, which I used to go to, were all about just making sure you didn't have skin cancer and that you're basically protecting your skin. They weren't that concerned about overall appearance or day-to-day quality of your skin and kind of how you felt confidence-wise. There are all different types of estheticians. There are ones who truly believe in acids and peels, and there are ones who are a little bit less aggressive with acids and peels, and then there are ones that are very holistic, and there are ones who are purely based on chemicals. And I'm not saying either one is right. You have to find the ones that are right for you and your lifestyle and your beliefs. So when it comes down to looking for a professional, the first one you go to might not be the first one that you will end up keeping. So definitely be very savvy, ask lots of questions, and if you don't have a good, comfortable feeling with them and you don't feel your trust immediately, keep on looking. Step 5, and this is a bonus step. If you use ingredients that have enzymes, like using pumpkin enzymes or pumpkin wine or clays or anything like that, even salicylic acid in your toner if you're more acneic prone, which I personally wouldn't recommend for everybody, but certain people might need, or lactic acids even. You won't need necessarily to do step 5 that often, and this is something I would recommend using with caution. Step 5 is going to be exfoliating. Exfoliating once or twice a week can be great to boost your skin's health. It helps your skin turn over. It also can eliminate some of the textural issues, and it just allows other products to absorb nicer and more effectively. Now, exfoliation can definitely be overdone, so I caution you to look at the ingredients you're already using in your cleansers, toners, moisturizers, and serums. And if you don't have a lot of chemical exfoliation happening there or enzymatic exfoliation happening there, then incorporate an exfoliating product once or twice a week. There are 3 types of exfoliation. There's physical, chemical, and enzymatic. Physical is just like that. It's a physical exfoliation, which can be done with a towel. It can be done with beads, some sort of granules, rice powders, things like that. I do caution though, physical exfoliation can also cause micro tears in the skin if it's not a perfect sphere and if it's too abrasive or harsh. If you feel like it's too abrasive, it most likely is too abrasive. Second is chemical exfoliation using some sort of a chemical acid like lactic acid, salicylic acid, benzoyl peroxide, glycolic acid. I'm not opposed to chemical exfoliation. You have to know your skin and you have to know how much your skin can handle. I always say less is more in chemical exfoliation to start with. Try a little bit and work your way up. My favorite type of exfoliation is enzymatic. Enzymatic exfoliation is using enzymes to gently eat away the dead skin cells on your face. So it's not stripping your skin, it's not getting rid of any of the healthy skin cells, only the old ones that's ready to go. It's one of the treatments in my kit that we chose and went with is the pore refining treatment. The pore refine treatment is great to use. I use it on damp skin. I massage it all over my face, let it sit for a few seconds, and then rinse it off. It just eats away all of that dead skin cell. It also clears out my pores, which I suffer from clogged pores around my nose. Like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, we can definitely get more extensive in our skincare routines, but at the end of the day, if you have these steps, you are in really good shape. You want to slow down aging and you want to prevent any potential skincare issues. So these are great steps to start with. And I truly do not believe that you need 12 steps. In fact, sometimes you can overload your skin with products. At the end of the day, it's about knowing which ingredients you want to include, which ingredients can benefit your skin, and which ingredients you should maybe avoid because it can irritate or cause damage to your skin. As a thank you for watching and as a thank you for your support, I am going to give away 2 of my skincare kits from PCA Skin over on the community tab of my channel. Within a couple hours of this video going live, I will make an announcement on how to enter, and let me know that you're entering to win one of the PCA skincare sets for me to send to you. Good luck for those entering. Thank you for staying till the end of this video. Stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed in case you want to see my skincare through the ages, tips and recommendations in terms of ingredients and products for each decade, teens, 20s, 30s, 40s, and possibly even into the 50s. I'm 35, so I've managed to keep my skin pretty healthy all these years. Part of it is genetic. The other part of it is my obsession with skincare, estheticians, getting facials, and just learning about skin. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, found it beneficial, and I hope to see you guys back here in my next video every Wednesday and every Sunday with bonus uploads every so often. Bye!